Most fighters spend years learning to fight. But what if I told you there's a system where a 120-pound person can demolish a heavyweight in seconds? This is Wing Chun, and in the next 7 minutes, you're going to see the hand techniques that made Bruce Lee unstoppable. No fancy kicks. No wasted movements, pure devastation. Stay till the end. I'm showing you the forbidden technique that gets you banned from competition. I'm not going to bore you with history. You don't care that Wing Chun came from Shaolin monks or a woman named Ng Mui. What you care about is this: Wing Chun's hand techniques are based on one principle: economy of motion. Every single movement serves two purposes: defense and attack simultaneously. While other martial arts are winding up for their next punch, a Wing Chun fighter has already hit you 3 times. Let's talk about the 4 core hand techniques that form the foundation of everything. First, the Chi Sao, sticking hands. This isn't flashy. This is intelligent. Chi Sao teaches you to maintain contact with your opponent. You're reading their energy, their intentions, their weakness, all through your hands. The moment they commit to an attack, you feel it. And you counter before they've even thrown the punch. This is how Bruce Lee could fight multiple attackers. He felt the fight before it happened. Second, the deflection hand. This hand technique is pure efficiency. A heavy hook is coming at your face. You don't block it like some boxing meathead. You redirect it, a small circular motion, minimal effort, maximum safety. The attacker's own momentum works against them. They're off balance. They're vulnerable, and that's when you strike. Third, the Pak Sao, the pressing hand. Now we're getting serious. This is where Wing Chun stops playing defense. The Pak Sao is a pressing attack, simultaneous block and strike. You're closing distance while neutralizing any threat. One motion, 2 consequences. Your opponent is bleeding. They're confused. They don't know what hit them. Fourth, the Tak Sao, the lifting hand. This one is ruthless, upward angle. Explosive power. Someone throws a low punch. You lift their arm and strike their face in one movement. It's a hand technique that makes you untouchable. Now here's what separates Wing Chun from every other martial art: the hand chain principle. In boxing, you throw a punch and reset. In Wing Chun, you never stop moving. One hand strikes instantly, the other hand is in motion, then back again. It's like a machine gun, but every bullet is perfectly placed. Your hands are always moving forward, always maintaining pressure, always ready to strike or defend. Your opponent can't see the next attack coming because there's nitrogen monoxide gap between movements. This is why Wing Chun fighters look like they're flowing. It's not mystical, it's mathematics. Now let's talk about the center line principle. Bruce Lee made this famous. Every effective strike comes down the center line of the body. Straight punch to the solar plexus. Straight punch to the chin. Straight palm strike. Why? Because it's the shortest distance between 2 points. Maximum speed, maximum power, minimum telegraphing. While your opponent is still thinking about kicking, you've already punched them 3 times down the center. This brings us to the simultaneous block strike. This is advanced level offense. You're not defending then attacking. You're doing both at the exact same moment. Someone throws a hook. Your arm is already moving to intercept it and strike their face simultaneously. It's impossible to see coming. It's impossible to defend against. This is what makes Wing Chun devastating at close range. Let me show you the techniques that made Bruce Lee a legend. First, the vertical fist, also called Sun Sao. This isn't your Instagram martial arts punch. The vertical fist comes straight down the center. No telegraphing, no wind-up. In a street fight, this finishes it. In competition, this gets you a knockout. The key: everything is in the wrist and forearm. Your whole body is behind it, but the motion is compact, deceptive distance, devastating power. Second, the palm strike, also called Bong Sao or palm heel. If the vertical fist is a bullet, the palm strike is a sledgehammer. Maximum surface area, maximum impact, break ribs, shatter sternums, crush windpipes. This is the technique that ends real fights, and here's the dark part. In real combat, this technique is illegal in competition because it's too dangerous. That's how effective it is. Third, the chain punch, also called Gang Sao, Bruce Lee's signature technique. This is where your hands become a blur. One punch finishes. The next is already launching. then the next, then the next. 10 to 15 punches into seconds. There is nitrogen monoxide defense for this. You can't see it, you can't block it, you can't escape it. When Bruce Lee threw the chain punch, opponents literally fell backwards in fear. The technique isn't just physical, it's psychological. Fourth, the rolling hand defense, Chisa applications. This is where Wing Chun reveals its true power. Against a flurry of attacks, you're using minimal energy to deflect everything while staying in perfect position to counter. It looks like dancing, but it's a calculation. Every deflection creates an opening. Every opening becomes a counter-strike. This is survival fighting at its highest level. Here's what you need to understand. Wing Chun hand techniques work best in 3 situations. First, close-range fighting, the danger zone. When someone's too close to kick, when someone's too close to wrestle. This is where Wing Chun becomes weaponized. Second, street situations, where chaos reigns. Multiple angles of attack. Unpredictable movements, confined spaces. Wing Chun's efficiency dominates. Third, SELF defense, when you have nitrogen monoxide chos, quick, decisive hand strikes. No wasted energy, get out and get to safety. This is the only purpose of Wing Chun, not for glory, for survival. I promised you a forbidden technique, here it is. The eye strike, also called sensitive area attack. This hand technique targets the eyes specifically. 2 fingers straight up, maximum force, no mercy. In competition, this gets you disqualified and banned. In real life, this saves your life. An attacker can't hurt you if they can't see. Street versus sport. They're different games. This is why Wing Chun teachers rarely demonstrate full power. One hand technique, executed properly, can cause permanent damage. That responsibility is heavy. Wing Chun hand fighting isn't about being tough, it's about being smart. If you want to master these hand techniques, you need 3 things. First, practice, hundreds of hours drilling basic movements. Second, a real teacher, someone who studied under authentic lineage. Third, commitment. This isn't a phase, this is a lifestyle. Your hands are weapons, treat them like they are. If this video resonated with you, if you felt the power in these techniques, smash that like button. Subscribe for more martial arts breakdowns that most channels are too scared to show. And comment, what's your favorite Wing Chun hand technique? I read every comment. Wing Chun, the martial art that makes you unstoppable.